What's up guys, this is Y and today I'm going to show you how to create something like this. Okay, so that was pretty dope, right? So if you pay close attention, in the beginning there is nothing. So there's just this one logo of Z and everything else is black. But after some time, a new flare appears right there, alright? And then a huge flash appears, and then the element of surprise, this ninja weapon, appears and it just reveals the second text, that is devil in this case. Okay, so if you pay close attention to this composition, you can see that the sparks appear just at the time when the weapon hits the logo. So that looks pretty dope and organic. Also, when the weapon comes, there's a little shake in the composition that makes it feel a little bit more organic. So today I'm going to show you how to create something like that, and yep, without wasting a single moment, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new composition and rename this to Ninja Logo Reveal. Cool. And I'm gonna choose the resolution of 1920 by 1080, 24 frames per second, and I'm gonna choose a duration of 10 seconds, and I'm gonna hit an OK. Cool. So now I'm gonna just create a new text. So I'm gonna click in the text layer and I'm gonna choose a font that is Firefly free. You're gonna get the link for it in the description. So I'm gonna create a new text and I'm gonna write Z. You can use your own logo in place of this. The process is the same. Okay, so I'm gonna just click on this text file and I'm gonna go to the Align tab and I'm gonna choose this horizontal alignment, horizontal center alignment, and the vertical center alignment, so that this centers of the logo. Okay, now I'm gonna press S and I'm gonna just increase the scale. Cool. And just align it one more time. Cool. By the way, if you don't see this tab, you can just go to Windows and Align. Cool. So now I'm gonna select this logo file and I'm gonna just press Ctrl+C to pre-comp it. Choose Move All Attributes into the new composition. I'm gonna rename this to Logo. Cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna just double click in here and I will just import the assets. So for the sake of this tutorial, I've rendered all the assets. You're gonna get the link for all of these in the description. For the weapon, you will get the PNG sequence. I'm gonna show you in a sec how to use them. Cool. So before that, I'm gonna just import the metal texture and I'm gonna bring it down there. Cool. Now I'm gonna press S to scale it down. Cool, that looks good. Just make sure the logo gets covered up with the texture file. And now I'm gonna just press Ctrl+C and choose the Leave All Attributes. I'm gonna rename this to Metal Texture 1. Cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna just click in here and choose this track matte option. I'm gonna choose alpha matte. Cool. And by the way, if you don't see this track matte option, just click on toggle switches and modes and you will see it. Okay, so now I'm going to select both of them and go to layer, pre-comp, move all attributes, and I'm going to rename this to tile 1. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna just click on this toggle switches and modes in case you don't see this. So I'm gonna just choose the 3D option, and now I'm gonna just right click, new camera, 50mm, and I'm gonna hit in OK. And now I'm gonna create a new null object. Okay, and now I'm gonna create a new light, and the light should be point light. Cool. And choose the fall off to smooth. Cool. While the light layer is selected, press B to open up the position, and I will just choose this tool, and I will just bring it back a touch in the Z space, move it like so. Cool. And I'll just click on this stopwatch icon to create a keyframe. I'm gonna go to like 4 seconds or something like that, and I will just make it reveal like that. That looks cool, right? Okay, let's see. Cool. I'm gonna select both of the keyframes and press F9 to easy ease them, and let's see. Cool. I'm gonna just make it a little long like that. Cool. Oh, that looks great. Cool. So now I'm gonna select the tile one, and we'll go to effects and search for bevel, and I will apply the bevel alpha. Cool. I'm gonna increase the edge thickness a little like that. I'm gonna decrease the light intensity a touch. Cool. So this is looking great. Okay. And now I'm gonna just click on this null object and press P, and I will just make it a 3D object, and click on this VP icon and just click and drag it to the null object. Cool. So now I'm gonna just click on this position, and I will go to like 8 or something like that, and I will make it, say, that looks good. Okay, that looks great. And I will just press F9 while selecting both of the keyframes. Cool. Okay, let's just RAM preview it. Okay, that looks great. Cool. So we have completed our logo animation, and now I'm just gonna create a new text layer. But before that, I'm gonna select all of these and go to layer, pre-comp, move all attributes, and I'm gonna rename this to tile animation 1. Cool. So now I'm gonna just choose my text tool, and I will choose a font that is Devil Breeze. Cool. And I will choose a nice demi version. I will type in devil, for example, and I will just press Ctrl+A, select all of the text, and I will just make it 0 and decrease the size like that, or let's just increase the spacing a touch. Cool. And now I'm gonna just select this devil text layer, and I'm gonna just go to align and center it as well. Cool, right? Okay, I think I should just change the font size a bit. Okay, I will just double click in here and go to the character, and I will choose a medium. Okay, that looks great. Cool. So now I'm gonna just repeat this step. I'm gonna just select this devil text layer. I'm gonna press Ctrl+Shift+C and rename this to text 2. Move all attributes. Cool. Now I'm gonna just double click in here and import the second texture, and I will just bring it down there, and I will scale it down. Make sure that the texture covers all of the text. Now I'm gonna just press Ctrl+Shift+C and move all attributes, and I'm gonna rename this to texture 2. Cool. And I'm gonna just click on the toggle switches and modes. I'm gonna choose a Luma matte. Okay, that looks great. Okay, so now I'm gonna just select all of them, select both of them, and go to layer, pre-comp, move all attributes, and I'm gonna rename this to title 2. Now I'm gonna go to the effects and preset, and I'm gonna drag the bevel alpha to this title 2, and I will increase the edge thickness a touch and decrease the light intensity, and just change the angle. Okay, that looks great. Okay, so now I'm gonna just double click and import the OF, that's the optical flare, and I'm gonna place it on top of this. Cool. And I'll just change the mode to add, and let's see, I will just disable this tile for a sec, just try and preview it. Yeah, that's looking great. Okay, so I'll just enable this title 2, and I will just double click in here and open this weapon, select all of them by pressing Ctrl+A, and I will just check this PNG sequence and I will import it. Cool. So if you just double click in here and play this, you're gonna see the weapon flying off. Cool. So now I'm gonna just place it down there above the title 2. Cool. And I will just place it on the flash. So right there, I'm gonna just drag it so it starts right there. Let me just see. Okay, let me just adjust that. Cool. So now I'm gonna just apply an effect on this title 2. That will be a reveal matte. I'm gonna search for linear web. Cool. I'm gonna apply it on the title 2. Okay, so now if you just bring this to 0, you will see the complete tile. So I'm gonna just press U, and I will just fine-tune it. Just delete the keyframes if you see any keyframes there. Okay, let's see. So right there the weapon comes. Okay, and I want this to be completely hidden till there. I'm gonna just make a keyframe right there, and I will, yeah, that's the point. So let's just move it like so. I'm gonna make it 0. Cool. Let's see. Okay, that is looking great. Okay, so now I'm gonna just add a little bit of feathering. Not too much, just a little. Cool. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, that looks great. Just fine-tune it till you're happy. Okay, so I'm happy with this, and I will just close this and Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just apply a smoke and spark layer. So I'm gonna just double click in here and I will import all of these 3 files. So first I'm gonna just apply this smoke and muzzle fire. Cool, I'm gonna just place it above the weapon. Okay, now I just drag it and to the point where this thing happens, I'm gonna just place it. Okay, let's just solo it and see. Okay, we don't want that. Let's just solo the weapon also. So I'm gonna just place it in the direction of this weapon. So I'm gonna just select this smoke and I'm gonna go to layer, transform and flip horizontal. Cool. I'm gonna just place it somewhere around there and select this layer and press R and just rotate it a touch. Cool. Unsolo them and let's see. Okay, that's looking great. Okay, now I'm gonna just press Ctrl+D to duplicate this and I'm gonna place it somewhere around there. I will just change the timing of them. Okay, let's just change the timing of them. So this thing happens there. Gonna move it somewhere around there. Okay, cool. And I want to place it below this weapon. Okay, that's looking great. Let's see. I'm gonna place this as well below the weapon. And let's see, that's too much, I guess. So there's like 2 stuff going around there. So I'm gonna just place them somewhere around there. Place them like that. Okay, so I will just go to layer and transform and flip horizontal so that we get this. Okay, I'm gonna place it somewhere around there. I will just change the timing slightly. Let's see. Oh, let's just move it slightly there. Okay, that's looking great. So I'm gonna select this smoke layer and I'll just bring it somewhere around there. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, let's just change the timing a touch. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna just go to layer, transform, flip horizontal. I'm gonna place it as well like that. Okay, that looks great. Let's see. Okay, that looks great. So now I'm gonna just apply the other sparks. So I'm gonna use this spark layer and I will just check. Okay, this is something cool. I'm gonna place it somewhere around there and change the blending mode to add. Okay, and I'm gonna just make it right there. Okay, let's see. Yep, that looks great. So the weapon comes and it sparks. So I'm gonna just place this somewhere around there. Cool. Okay, that looks great. I'm gonna just duplicate it, press Ctrl+D, and I will just place it somewhere around there. Cool. Now I just make it a little, and I'll just change the timing of this a little. Let's see. Cool, that looks great. Okay, I'm gonna place the second spark, and let's see. I'm gonna just press R and rotate it. Right there. Cool. Okay, now I want to just place it somewhere around there. Just move it a touch. Cool. Let's see. Cool. So let's just try and preview it. Okay, this thing is looking a little artificial, so I want to just change it to, like, say somewhere up there. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, that looks way better. Cool. So now I'm gonna just add a little bit of camera shake. So there are multiple ways to create this kind of an effect, but I'm gonna show you a simple way with no sliders and things like that. So to do that, I'm gonna just create a new adjustment layer, and I'm gonna rename this to camera shake, and I will bring it below the optical flare, and I will just search for transform effect, and I will apply it on the camera shake layer. Okay, so now I'm gonna just alt click on this position stopwatch. I'm gonna type expression wiggle open brackets, and I'm gonna type 25,40 and close brackets and click anywhere. Cool. So if you see, you will get a nice shake, right? So we don't want the shake on the whole of the animation, so I'm gonna just choose the point where I need the shake, like on that exact flash. So I'm gonna just trim it like around that, and I'm gonna just like so. So now if I just try and preview it, you will not get any shake right there, and then so this thing looks good, right? So the shake is a little bit too long. I will make it right there. Cool. Let's see. Okay, that looks great. Let's see. Okay, but the shake is too much, so I'm gonna just press U 2 times, and I will change the values at touch. So I'm gonna use say 30 and let's say 20. Cool. Let's see now. Yeah, that looks way better. I'm gonna just move it like so. Let's see now. Yep, that looks way better. Okay, so this flash is coming too quick. I'm gonna just make it. Okay, so this flash is a little too quick. I'm gonna just change it. I'm gonna just change it a touch like so. Cool. Okay, so that looks great. Right? Okay, so now I'm gonna just color grade it a touch. I'm gonna create a new adjustment layer and I will rename this to say color, and I will search for curves and I will apply it on the color adjustment layer, and I will just make a nice tonal curve. Let's see. Change the red channels a touch maybe. Yep, that looks great. Increase the brightness like so. Go to the green channel and just add a touch of magenta. Okay, that's looking great. Go to the blue channel and just remove a little bit of blue from the highlights and add a little in the shadows. Cool, that looks great. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new solid with layer new solid, and I'm gonna rename this to noise and make it comp size and change the color to black. Cool. And now I'm gonna apply the noise effect. Okay, and I will switch off this use color noise and apply a noise of 7, I guess. No, it's too less. I'm gonna apply it like 10. Let's see, let's add it. If you turn off this layer, you can see the difference. So this basically helps to get rid of the color banding. So I'm just gonna show you really quick. If I just turn off, you're gonna see some lines right there, but if I just turn it on, you're gonna see no lines. So if I just go to full res, yep, that's looking great. I'm gonna increase it to like 12. Yep, that is way better. Cool. Go to half res. Okay, so now I'm gonna just create a new layer, new solid, and I will rename this to FHD. Make it comp size. I'm gonna go to the effects and preset window and we'll search for CC Jaws effect. Apply it on the FHD and change the height to 0 and completion to 80. Cool. So this gives a nice cinematic bars to this. Okay, so now I'm gonna create another solid layer, new solid. I'm gonna rename this to fade. Now rename this to fade. Cool. And I will just go to the starting of the animation, press T to open the opacity, and I will just make a keyframe at 100%. Go to somewhere around 1 second and make it 0, and I will go to somewhere around there and just right there, and I will just click on this diamond icon, move to the 10 seconds mark, and I will make it 100%. So this gives a nice fade in the end and the beginning. Cool, right? Okay, so I just bring it to somewhere around there. Okay, now just move it there and just right click and trim comp to work area, and let's see now. Okay, that looks great. Cool. So we have completed our animation. If you want, you can just add a little bit of vignette, but I don't think so I need it. That looks pretty dope. Let's see. Yep, that looks pretty dope. So guys, this was it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification icon so that you never miss a future update. Also, if you enjoyed this tutorial or learned something new today, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you have any query or feedback to give, the comment section is all yours. Also, if you want to know how I created this ninja weapon in After Effects using Element 3D, make sure to drop a comment and I will make sure I create a tutorial on that as soon as possible. So with that being said, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.